9:52 p.m. 6/24, June 24th, 2025. I just had to chase a red F-150 off the yard about 6:46 or 9:46 p.m. Just a little bit ago. I was back here and I saw some headlights on the yard, and I drove out there, and there's a red F-150 out there, and I tried to catch up to him, and he sped out of the driveway, didn't stop, and just flew out of here. So I didn't follow him after that, but it's in the era of a 2004 to a 2012 F-150, deep red. I think it had gray on it too, like a deep red over gray, gray at the bottom of the body of the vehicle. I just got back here a little bit ago. I was gone all day. My scarred finger way down behind him. Been posting on my X account. I still post approximately 30 posts per day all throughout 2025 on my x.com/WADES2ND. Because there's so many stage lies, I have to refute them all on that account, and I document my stones on there, and I state everything about my life. So all of it is restated most of the time in my description of my YouTube account, youtube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMNMN. I need these accounts to get the truth out about my life because of all the stage lies. That's the only way I can, function, is to be able to get the truth out about my life that way. So that's necessary. Especially now that I have valuable stones and I got people creeping around everywhere. They're following me everywhere today. When I was at Fontana Park, as I go there for nature, as I've said many times since like 2016, they know I go there. And most of the time I'm in that area, it's a good percentage chance I'm going to go there, like over 50% chance I'll go there. So they'll head over there if they want to stage lies for the day. When I was leaving, a white four-door Chevy car circled around just as I pulled out, and then it quickly parked right in the same position I was in at the same angle I was at, which is a weird spot to park where I was at, kind of. There's other spots to park, and it's kind of half in the circle at the end of the lane in Fontana Park. Up at the top part on the west side is where I was parked today, and just there by myself, taking in nature, trying to, decompress from PTSD, as it was. People were following me around today, trying to do things, trying to make it look like I was doing things. There was a Toyota car in Dollar Fresh in Independence. I don't know who that guy was. Shorter than 6 foot, white hair, roundish guy, not real rotund, but short, white guy, white hair, mid 60s, I would say, upper 60s. Don't know who he was. He was messing around with his phone after he was looking at me suspiciously and stuff. So I don't know what he was doing. And then there was a Harley guy on gravel roads. He definitely looked like a road rider Harley. He was getting into his side saddle packs. I don't know what he was getting out of there, but he had parked on a T intersection and gravel. I was just out there, watching YouTube, communicating with my 27-year-old Filipina girlfriend, and posting on X and YouTube. But that's all I do ever on the gravel roads, is I'm on my phone not texting. I'm on my phone posting for X or YouTube. And again, I'll stress, when you have high-functioning autism, the difficulty with speech, like when they say they're nonverbal when they're young. I wasn't nonverbal when I was young, but we have difficulty conveying what is in our brain to the outside world, and sometimes the words get flip-flopped, kind of like dyslexic. It's really very much like dyslexia, only it's your verbal content trying to get that out to the public. Because you switch words, sometimes it's hard to keep the words straight as they're coming out. and people say, you know, they're focusing on me being goofy again, or me saying, you know, a made up word for a shape of a rock. I still have a 161 IQ. I'm just don't, you know, I don't know exactly what the shape of that rock was, because it was more than just a, you know, an offset cube. It was an offset cube plus another angle. So I don't know what shape that is. I mean, it's parallel. It's a polygram, or I'm not coming up with words very good right now either, but I don't know what shape it is really, because it has more than, it's not a symmetric shape. It's symmetric plus another angle. So there may be a word for it, but it's not one that's used normally or very, very frequently in mathematics, unless you're working with those shapes all the time. It's not a symmetric shape, so it's not used that often in mathematics. So anyway, anyway, I just wanted to basically get the point across that I'm posting 30 posts per day yet. And that's the only way I can get the truth out, when I've got a network of stalkers staging lies every day. You can't, I mean, I have to be able to combat that somehow. And my social media is how I do it. x.com/WADS2ND and youtube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMNMN. Absolutely no communication with anyone today. As usual, other than my 27-year-old Filipina girlfriend in the Philippines, who I've not met yet, on Messenger, and that's the only person I've communicated with on Messenger. There's no one else. There's several names indicated today I've never had any contact or communication with. Riley, I've already said that. Riley, Nathan, Doug, not since 2013 have any connection to a Doug. Jesse, Jessica, no, and I've not talked to a Jennifer in many months. It would have been my ex-fiance's father died last year, and I called her, or I texted her because of condolences when I found out, but otherwise I haven't talked to a Jennifer, no connection to a Jennifer, and I have never been married. Very important now that I have valuable stones, that I have never been married. I want the person arrested and put in prison for their fraud, whoever it is. You don't get away with claiming you're married to me so you can defraud me for however many years, and then no, you're not. That's not going to happen. I've never been married. You're not going to defraud me. So here's my scarred finger, 10.7-inch hands, and 107,995 on my Ford Explorer. Ford. And we'll turn on the station. 97.7 KCRR. That's Cedar Rapids, I think. We're in Northeast Iowa, 95.1 Country, 93.9 Country Moose, Northeast Iowa, KIAI. Uncle Cracker on 93.5. It's kind of a popish, I guess, or
and accuse him of things the devil's guilty of.
93.1 Christian channel, 92.3 country music. That's a popular station around here. Christian music, 91.3, 90.9 IPR, which is NPR's local Iowa station. And June 24th, 2025. There's my cat Lucker Ducks. If I get a flashlight on him, he's wanting to come in because I haven't seen him in a couple of days. All right, buddy, you want to come in, don't ya? He's trying to get a mosquito on your face there. You good boy, aren't ya? He's my buddy. He's my buddy, aren't ya? You my buddy? You my buddy? He's my buddy. He's a good catter. See, that's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to a person. It is a cat. Right here. Lucky. I call him Buddy, good boy, good cat, big king of the cats. I don't know, whatever else I could say about him, but I just talk to him like he's a pet, and he likes that because he understands that I'm communicating with him just like any other pet does. Right, buddy? He's like 3 years old, so he's equivalent of about 20 years old right now, and it's kind of funny how they act like they're aged that way, just like, you know, people do. He acts like he'd be about 20 right now, but he's the king of the cats around here. So, signing off. Just only for youtube.com/@WADEALNHEINEMMN, June 24th, 2025. I'm half mile north of Fairbank. I wasn't here all day, and I haven't been here much the last 3 days because I've been sleeping at a different place. So whatever's been staged, I chased a red F-150 off the yard a little bit ago. If anybody's in a red F-150, claimed any connection to this property, arrest them immediately, get them in prison. There's all kinds of people from Texas and Independence, Iowa today. Don't know what that's about. I don't know anybody from Texas. I haven't been to Texas since 2004. I haven't been to California since 2006. I've never been to Florida. I've never been to the Carolinas. Never been to Colorado. Never been to Phoenix. Never been to San Diego. Never been to Idaho. These have all been indicated at some point. Never been to Mississippi. Never been to Louisiana. You know, I'd like to go to all these places eventually, but I haven't been to any of them. Never been to Idaho. Never. I said that one. Never been to Washington State. Never been to Oregon. And I have not been outside Iowa in 2025. Never been in the military, never been married, not been on a motorcycle since 1996. Don't know anybody that rides a motorcycle since 2005. I have no friendships since 2016. And I don't ever call anyone like family. I don't, whoever those people are, arrest them all. They're all criminal frauds. The only family I have any connection to or communication with since 2017 is my parents, Jerry and Lois, who are 84 and 83 years old at the Red White Barn Home. Everybody else is lying. I have no financial connection to my parents, nor anyone else. There are people pretending to be my parents that are not my parents that'll come out and stage lies on the property. I want them arrested too. My father's never been bald, and I've never had any association with a bald person. I have no association with anyone, and I've not been employed since 2018 in any way whatsoever. I don't have a boss. I'm nobody's boss, and I've never had an employee. Wade Allen Heineman, 10.7-inch hands, June 24th, 2025. Signing off. Not used Facebook in 4 years.